Does the thought of making a mistake in your podcast keep you up at night? Or does it make you break out in cold sweats? If you're like most people, there's a chance it does, but it doesn't have to be that way. Today I'm going to share with you how I dealt with a recent mistake. Yes, I make mistakes too. What's happening, podcasters? This is 1000 Podcasters, and I'm Brian Ensminger. I'm a podcaster and a podcast editor, and I want to see you be successful with your podcast. This particular post is part of National Podcast Post Month, as well as David Hooper's 30-Day Solo Host Challenge. You'll find links for both of those in the episode notes. So, talking about mistakes, we all make them. Let's just go ahead and start there. We all make mistakes, and when it comes to mistakes, I guess I'd say that there are probably two kinds of people. Those who have made mistakes and I guess that's pretty much it. Those who have made mistakes. And the same is true of podcasts. If you haven't made a mistake as a podcaster yet, and you actually are a podcaster, you're a very rare breed and probably near extinct. And eventually, you will most likely join the ranks of the rest of us. The fear of making mistakes can hold us back from things for years. If you've been planning a podcast for years and you haven't launched yet, ask yourself this question: why not? You'll probably find that there's some fear held right there. Fear is one of the things that holds us back from many things. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of public opinion, fear of public speaking, fear of making a mistake in public. Here's the thing, though. Most of the mistakes that we make are not irreparable. They're fixable. Some mistakes might require an apology, maybe mispronouncing a guest's name or unintentionally offending somebody, so on. Some things might require an apology. Some mistakes are essentially just water under the bridge. Some mistakes can be fixed pretty easily. But the hard thing very often can be the idea of reframing the situation so that you can rebound emotionally and mentally. I want to tell you about a mistake that I made earlier this week. It was actually just a couple of days ago as I'm recording this. I was making an episode for this particular show, and at the very same time, I was recording a how-to video to show how I do something. As I was doing this, I was under a time crunch. My voice was weak. There was some coughing. In fact, I even referenced that in the video. And even during the process of recording the episode, I made a mistake that I noticed while I was editing the video. I recorded the wrong microphone, so I had to go back and record again. I know it sounds like a rookie mistake, but it happened, and it can happen to you too. I needed to get this particular thing done. I had a commitment. I wanted to get that podcast episode out, and I wanted it to be good. I needed to get that video done, but I also had some client editing to do, and I just needed to get it done. So I went through the editing, and I went ahead and uploaded the episode, got the video done, got the video scheduled, got everything ready to go. I pressed on with the edits. I finished it all up. And then I went to go and write the client email newsletter thinking that I was done. I edited a client show. I was getting ready for bed, and I went to just give my published episode a quick listen. I sometimes do that, sometimes quickly, sometimes a couple days later, but I went to go give it a listen, and less than a minute in, I heard a mistake. I heard some coughing that I thought that I had edited out. There was a mistake that I'd made. I missed it because I was editing quickly. I was doing too many things at once. I was doing the video and the audio, all kinds of stuff like that. And I needed to get that client work done. So what did I do? Or more appropriately, ask yourself this: what would you do in that situation? Maybe you faced that situation and you know, maybe you don't. Here's what I did. The first thing I did, I went to fix it. I went back and re-edited what I'd missed, and then I uploaded that to replace the file. The second thing is I took a learning. I noticed that I'd been doing too many things at once. I'd been moving too quickly because I don't typically edit audio and record a video at the same time, even if time is of the essence. So the thing I took from that is, okay, well, don't do them both at the same time, or make sure that you take the time to do it. That's something that I didn't do. But then I also had to reframe this in order to recover emotionally. Now, I wasn't going to go to bed crying or anything like that, but those kinds of things can take a hit, especially if you pride yourself in putting out quality. And so I just had to think about this, and here's what I came to. If you're one of the subscribers to this show, you might have received a limited edition director's cut with custom errors that nobody else will ever get because I replaced it. If you're subscribed to the show, there's a good chance that you heard that mistake and you probably wondered, what in the world is this guy doing? If you're not subscribed to the show or you missed it, it's too late. It's not there anymore. You can't have it. And if you want to catch my next mistake, make sure that you subscribe to this show so I don't have a chance to fix it before it happens. Is there something that's holding you back in or from your podcast? Is there some fear that's holding you back? Is there maybe a fear of making a mistake that's keeping you from playing a bigger game? I'd encourage you to think about this and consider if there's a way for you to reframe that fear, to make it a strength, and to give you what you need to step out even when it's scary, because the world might just need to hear your voice. In fact, I can virtually guarantee that there is somebody that needs to hear your voice. If you'd like to connect with me, you can do that at toptieraudio.com. That's where you can subscribe to this show. You can connect with me about a consultation or perhaps editing your podcast. I've got some how-to videos there, including the one that includes my mistakes. Toptieraudio.com is the place for all of that. Thanks again. Now go out there and make a great podcast.